Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at CELTA Prep.
Oh, very cool.
That's the Certificate in English Language Teaching to Adults.
Great.
If you're thinking about doing the CELTA thing,
Yeah.
it's a very well-known qualification,
Yeah.
but it's also known for its intensity.
Uh-huh.
So if you're considering taking on this challenge, we're here to give you a little bit of a head
It's
start
definitely a good idea.
with some really great insider tips and some prep strategies.
Absolutely.
And luckily for us, we've got a fantastic guide to help us today.
Oh, cool.
It's called 12 Reasons Why You Should Prepare for CELTA, written by Dr. Joe Gakonga,
Okay.
who is a very seasoned CELTA tutor and assessor.
Perfect.
So they really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they've been there.
And one of the things that I really like about this guide
Yeah.
is that they go beyond the usual course requirements
Uh-huh.
and really highlight the things that can set you up for success.
Absolutely.
And they do this with some really vivid imagery
Oh, really?
to get their point across.
Okay.
So, for example, they compare going into CELTA unprepared to walking onto a stage and not knowing your lines,
Oh, wow.
or trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a really powerful way to just illustrate how overwhelming and challenging it can feel if you're not prepared.
Right. Because you don't know what's coming at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think their insights are incredibly valuable, especially for someone like you,
Yeah.
who's all about strategic learning and really making the most of your time.
Absolutely. I'm all about efficiency.
Right.
Yeah.
So they highlight several reasons that are particularly relevant.
Okay.
One is reducing those first day nerves.
Right. Sorry.
Like everybody has those.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But getting a handle on grammar terminology beforehand, so you're not totally lost when they start throwing those terms around.
Yeah, because that can be a bit overwhelming, I imagine.
Absolutely. And then also just feeling more in control during teaching practice.
Yeah.
Which is a huge part of CELTA.
Makes sense.
And one of the things that they emphasize is that
Yeah.
preparation allows you to actually enjoy the CELTA experience,
Okay.
not just survive it.
Yeah, I can see that being a really big difference.
It is.
Because, you hear so much about CELTA just being so intense
Right.
that I could see how you could just be in survival mode.
Yeah, you're just white-knuckling it the whole time.
Exactly. Yeah, just grinding through it.
And not really absorbing anything or enjoying it.
Yeah. So if you can kind of take the edge off by preparing a little bit beforehand, that would make a huge difference.
Absolutely. And so
Yeah.
then they get into okay, what can you do to actually prepare?
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Right. So they outline this 3-tiered approach.
Okay.
The first one is the CELTA toolkit,
Okay.
which is free and accessible to anyone.
Oh, wow. So you can just jump right in.
Yeah, so you can just dive in.
Okay, cool.
And it's a collection of video tutorials and assignment guides
Okay.
that could give you a much-needed confidence boost before day one.
Oh, that's great. So it's kind of like a sneak peek into the CELTA world.
Yeah, it's like a little taste.
Yeah. Okay.
So they talk about everything from classroom management tips to actually guidance on the assignments.
Wait, they have guidance on the assignment?
They have guidance on the assignment,
Oh, that's amazing.
which is a huge deal because those could be really daunting.
Right, especially if you're going in blind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's designed to kind of demystify those assignments and give you a clear roadmap for tackling them.
Oh, okay, cool. I love that.
So that's tier 1.
Okay, great. What about tier 2?
Okay, so tier 2 is all about grammar.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something that a lot of people, even native English speakers, worry about.
Right.
Because, we use grammar intuitively,
Yeah.
but explaining the why behind the rules is a whole other ballgame.
Right, because then you have to understand it at a deeper level.
Exactly. So Dr. Gakonga really recognizes that is a big hurdle for a lot of CELTA trainees.
Oh.
So tier 2 is the Grammar for Language Teachers course,
Oh, nice.
and is specifically designed to bridge that gap.
Okay, so it breaks down those complex grammatical concepts in a way that's easy to understand,
It does.
and then also gives you the language to be able to teach it to your students.
Exactly.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it's not just about knowing it yourself.
Yeah.
It's about knowing how to teach it.
Yeah, which is a totally different skill.
Completely different skill.
Yeah, okay.
So I think this is really, really valuable.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And it demystifies all those terms that might sound intimidating.
Right, because there's a lot of jargon in the world of teaching English as a foreign language.
There is.
Okay.
Modal auxiliary verbs, third conditionals, all that stuff.
Yeah, most people don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the third tier is for those who are like, I want to go all in on my prep.
Okay, the ultimate prep package.
This is the complete CELTA package.
Cool.
And it bundles everything we've talked about.
Okay.
It's got the Grammar for Language Teachers course.
Uh-huh.
It's got a module on lesson planning made easy.
Okay.
Which, trust me,
yeah,
during CELTA, you will need this.
Oh, I bet.
Because planning lessons are intense.
I can only imagine.
And then it also dives into language analysis and a concept called concept checking.
Okay. Concept checking, what is that?
So concept checking is all about ensuring that your students actually understand what you're teaching.
Oh.
It's not enough to just deliver the information. You need to make sure that they're actually absorbing it.
Oh, I see. So it's like that moment when you explain something to someone and their eyes glaze over.
Right.
And you're like, did any of that sink in?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So concept checking is the way to avoid that.
Okay, so it's like you're checking in with them to make sure they're actually getting it.
Exactly.
Cool. I like that.
It's a vital skill for any teacher, but it's especially emphasized on the CELTA course.
Okay.
So having a strong grasp of those concept checking techniques beforehand can give you a real advantage in the classroom.
Absolutely. So with the complete CELTA package, you're getting prep for grammar, you're getting prep for lesson planning, you're getting prep for language analysis, and you're also getting prep for concept checking.
You got it.
That's pretty comprehensive.
It is.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else included?
There is.
There's a bonus included, too.
Oh, cool.
It's called The Ultimate Guide to CELTA Success.
Okay.
And it's packed with, like, insider tips from Dr. Gakanga, you know, based on their years of experience as a CELTA tutor and assessor.
Yeah.
So it's all that, like, extra advice that can make a big difference.
Okay, cool. So we've got the free toolkit,
right?
The Grammar for Language Teachers course, and the complete CELTA package with the bonus guide. That's a lot of prep.
It is. It's designed to address, like, all the common challenges that people face on CELTA.
Okay, so you've worked with a lot of CELTA trainees over the years.
I have.
What are some of the pitfalls that people should be aware of?
Okay.
Going into this.
One of the biggest ones is just feeling overwhelmed by, like, the intensity and the fast pace of the course.
Right.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And it can be a real shock to the system.
It's not just the content itself. It's like the pace and the pressure.
The pace, the pressure, everything all at once.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So how does preparation help with that?
Okay, so if you've already, like, familiarized yourself with some of the key concepts, like lesson planning and grammar terminology,
right,
you're not starting from scratch. You can, like, absorb the new information more effectively and apply it more confidently.
So you're not just, like, trying to drink from a fire hose.
Exactly, yeah. You've got, like, a foundation to build on.
Yeah.
Another common pitfall is underestimating the importance of language analysis. A lot of people think, oh, I'm a native English speaker, I know how to speak English.
Right.
But teaching a language requires a much deeper level of understanding.
It's like knowing how to drive a car versus knowing how the engine works.
Oh, yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah. Like, you can drive the car, but do you know how it actually functions?
Right.
And that's what language analysis is all about.
So it's not just about what to say, but why we say it that way.
Exactly.
And being able to convey that to someone who is learning the language.
It's a whole other level of understanding.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's crucial, not just for teaching grammar, but for helping students develop their overall language proficiency.
So all these pieces of preparation fit together.
Yeah.
You know, the grammar, the lesson planning, the language analysis, the concept checking.
It all contributes to being a more well-rounded teacher.
It does.
And when you go into CELTA feeling prepared in those areas, you can really focus on developing your actual teaching skills and absorbing all the feedback you're going to be getting.
Okay, speaking of feedback, Dr. Gakanga emphasizes that embracing feedback and using it to grow is so important.
It's essential. It's all about having a growth mindset.
Right.
And being open to learning and constantly refining your practice.
And I imagine, like, if you have that solid foundation through preparation, feedback is less scary?
Oh, for sure. Because you're not starting from zero.
Right.
You can use the feedback to build on what you already know and make, like, targeted improvements.
They also talk about first impressions on CELTA.
Oh, yeah. First impressions are huge.
How so?
When you walk in prepared, it projects an air of confidence. It shows the tutors and your fellow trainees that you're serious about learning.
Okay.
And you're ready to contribute.
It's like showing up to a new job.
Exactly.
You know, ready to work.
Prepared, eager to learn. Yeah, it sets a good tone.
It does.
And that confidence will also likely, like, spill over into your teaching.
Okay.
When you know your stuff, you're less likely to get flustered. you can focus on delivering a clear and engaging lesson,
That makes sense.
which is what it's all about.
I like that they also emphasize that it's not about being perfect.
Oh, yeah.
It's about progress.
It's a journey, and CELTA is designed to push you and help you grow.
That's reassuring.
It is. It's all about embracing that growth mindset.
This has been a really insightful deep dive.
I'm glad.
We've gone beyond just like the basic course description and uncovered like the why behind the preparation and the benefits it brings.
And hopefully it's made you feel a bit more prepared.
I'm definitely feeling less intimidated.
That's good.
About the whole process now.
That's the goal.
So let's recap the key takeaways for our listener.
Okay.
CELTA is intense.
Yeah.
But it is achievable.
For sure.
And targeted preparation is crucial for both success and enjoyment.
Yes.
It helps reduce those first-day jitters, builds confidence in your grammar knowledge, speeds up lesson planning, and allows you to shine in front of the tutors and your peers.
You'll be rocking it.
And remember, it's not about being perfect from day one.
Nope.
It's about embracing that growth mindset.
Absolutely.
And focusing on progress.
CELTA is an investment in your future as an English teacher.
Yeah.
And with the right preparation, you can maximize that investment.
Okay. Before we wrap up completely, I have one final thought-provoking question for our listener.
Okay, me.
Knowing that you can take control of your CELTA experience through preparation, how might this knowledge influence your decision to pursue this path?
It's a big decision for sure.
It is.
So it's worth considering how this information impacts you.
Does this make you feel more empowered to take the leap?
Yeah. Does it change your perspective at all?
These are all good questions. And that's something we want you to reflect on as you continue exploring the world of CELTA.
Okay, so we've talked about the why of preparation, but let's get practical for a minute.
What are some specific things our listener could do, like right now, to start preparing for CELTA?
Well, the first thing I would recommend is checking out that free CELTA toolkit we mentioned.
Okay.
It's a really great way to get a feel for the course and see if it's a good fit for you.
It's like a try before you buy kind of thing.
Exactly, and it's full of good info. Yeah. And then while you're doing that, start thinking about your grammar knowledge.
Right.
If you feel like that's an area where you might need a little refresher, the Grammar for Language Teachers course is a great option.
Even if grammar isn't a huge concern,
yeah,
I think that course could still be really helpful.
Oh, definitely.
It's about being able to explain those concepts clearly to someone who's learning English as a foreign language.
It's a whole other ballgame.
It is.
Yeah.
So as you go through these resources, you'll start to get a clearer picture of what CELTA is all about and if it aligns with your goals.
And whether it's something you really want to commit to.
Yeah, and this deep dive has really highlighted that CELTA is an investment.
It is.
It's an investment of time and energy and resources.
For sure.
But it's also an investment in your future as an English teacher.
Absolutely.
So to our listener out there who's considering CELTA, we encourage you to embrace this challenge.
Definitely.
Explore the resources, connect with other CELTA trainees.
Yeah, find a community.
And most importantly,
what's that?
Believe in your ability to succeed.
Yes, you got this.
You don't have to be perfect from day one. What matters is your willingness to learn and grow.
That growth mindset is key.
And develop your skills.
And with the right preparation, you can absolutely do this.
That's it for our deep dive into preparing for CELTA.
Awesome.
We hope this has been insightful and empowering.
I hope so.
We believe in you.
We do.
And we can't wait to see what you achieve on your English teaching journey.
Best of luck out there.